Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, stated that his country is currently dealing with a violent Ukraine. According to the information provided by Putin, the Ukrainian armed forces were responsible for the deaths of 14 of their own soldiers who had surrendered along one of the lines of contact. In addition, Russian soldiers were hurt as a result of this action. On Thursday, April 6, Vladimir Putin disclosed this information during a meeting with Denis Pushilin, who was serving in the role of acting head of the Donetsk People's Office Republic of Donetsk. It was reported to him that he had received information from one of the contact lines indicating that 14 Ukrainian soldiers had surrendered to Russian forces. Nevertheless, their deaths were brought to an end. He emphasized the fact that Russia is up against a particularly repressive regime in Ukraine. It is said that brutal acts were carried out by Kiev not only against its own soldiers but also against Russian soldiers. Pushilin brought up the issues of protecting the population from shelling and the need to expand road capacity, and Putin pointed out to Pushilin that these two issues were intertwined. In a separate development, it has been reported that the Ukrainian armed forces have shelled 9 different settlements in the Lugansk People's Republic, LPR, a total of 16 times in the past day. This information was provided to the Joint Center for Control and Coordination by the LPR Mission, JCCC. In the course of the attack, a home in the town of Pervomaisk was leveled. For your information, on February 17, there was an increase in tension along the lines of contact in the Donbas region. Shelling by the Ukrainian armed forces was reported to be at its heaviest level in the People's Republics of Donetsk and Lugansk in recent months, which resulted in civilian casualties and caused damage to civilian infrastructure facilities. Shooting incidents are still taking place as recently as today. As was mentioned in a previous article, on February 21, Russian President Vladimir Putin made the announcement that his country would recognize the People's Republics of Donetsk and Lugansk. With the approval of their respective leaders, pacts of friendship, cooperation, and mutual assistance were drawn up. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, made the announcement of a special military operation on February 24 in response to a request from the leaders of the Donbas republics. The Russian leader emphasized that Moscow does not intend to occupy any territory that is currently held by the Ukrainian government. After further investigation, the Russian Ministry of Defense concluded that the Russian armed forces had not carried out any attacks on Ukrainian cities. The Ministry of Defense of Ukraine emphasized that the country's military infrastructure had been destroyed by precision weapons, and that there was no danger to civilians.